Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has issued...
Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei lashed out hard at Israel and
Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei has issued a statement in a post.
I want to congratulate the great Iranian nation.
Whoever does not die of bombardment dies of hunger and thirst. We call on the...
Behind Iran's towering political curtain stands one man whose influence shapes a nation and reverberates across the globe, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. In 2025, amid global turmoil and war-torn headlines, his life remains shrouded in secrecy and contradiction. Stay with us as we reveal what life really looks like at the top of Iran's power pyramid. The official net worth versus the alleged empire. Public records and official Iranian disclosures suggest that Khamenei's personal net worth is a mere $50,000. This modest figure aligns with his carefully cultivated image as a pious and ascetic cleric who lives simply and without indulgence. However, this public persona stands in sharp contrast to reports of a vast financial empire managed under his authority. Central to this controversy is an organization called Setad, Setad Ejraye Farmane Hazrat Imam, which translates to the headquarters for executing the order of the Imam. Setad was originally created to manage and liquidate properties abandoned after the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Yet, instead of being dissolved after fulfilling its initial purpose, the organization expanded dramatically under Khamenei's leadership. Today, it is a sprawling conglomerate with stakes in nearly every key sector of Iran's economy, including telecommunications, real estate, pharmaceuticals, and banking. A 2013 Reuters investigation estimated Setad's holdings at over $95 billion, with some U.S. officials later estimating the figure to be closer to $200 billion. These assets are not legally registered under Khamenei's name, but the organization operates directly under his office, giving him unparalleled financial clout with virtually no transparency or oversight. Setad's controversial rise. The growth of Setad has not been without controversy. It has been accused of acquiring many of its assets through questionable means, such as the seizure of properties from religious minorities like the Baha'i, as well as from individuals with ties to the former Shah's regime. Setad claims to use its revenues for charitable and public welfare purposes.
But the United States didn't achieve anything in its strikes on the Iranian nuclear facilities of Fordo, Isfahan and the Natanz facility. Here's what he had to say in that address.
They attacked our nuclear facilities, which is, of course, subject to independent prosecution in international courts.
Yet critics argue that its operations serve more to entrench Khamenei's authority and maintain elite loyalty than to benefit the Iranian public. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Setad's influence extended into Iran's healthcare system. It spearheaded the development of Coviran Barakat, the country's first domestically produced vaccine. Khamenei was shown on live television receiving the vaccine, symbolically reinforcing both the importance of domestic innovation and Setad's central role in Iranian society. A family anchored in power, Ayatollah Khamenei is married to Mansoura Khojaste Bagherzadeh, and the couple has 6 children, 4 sons and 2 daughters. His sons, Mostafa, Mojtaba, Masoud, and Maysum, are all married into influential religious or political families. Mostafa is married to the daughter of prominent cleric Azizullah Khoshvakht, while Mojtaba's wife is the daughter of Gholam Ali Haddad Adel, a powerful conservative politician and former speaker of the Iranian parliament. Masoud, another son, is linked by marriage to the Karazi family, another pillar of Iran's religious establishment. While Khamenei's daughters, Boshra and Hoda, remain out of the public eye, the strategic marriages of his sons underscore the tight-knit and elite nature of Iran's ruling clerical class. His family is known to be deeply involved in Iran's military, political, and religious spheres, further extending his reach and reinforcing his control over key institutions. Among his siblings, Khamenei's sister, Badri, stands out for her descent. She fled Iran in the 1980s with her husband, Ali Tehrani, a known regime critic. Meanwhile, his brothers, including Mohammed and Hadi Khamenei, have had mixed relationships with the Islamic Republic, with Hadi being a noted reformist. Life in the Beit Rahbari compound. Khamenei resides in a heavily fortified complex located on Palestine Street in central Tehran, known as the Beit Rahbari.
in his first address after the Israel-Iran war. Khamenei declared that the war that lasted nearly 2 weeks as an outright victory over Israel.
I want to congratulate the great Iranian nation. I would like to offer a few congratulations to the nation.
Or the Leadership House. This compound has evolved into a secure mini-city of roughly 50 buildings. Housing offices, living quarters, reception areas, and security installations, it reportedly employs about 500 staff members, many of whom are drawn from Iran's security and military services. Though Khamenei projects an image of simplicity, his surroundings reflect the immense security and logistical apparatus required to sustain a leader of his stature. In the face of escalating threats and growing fears of assassination in 2025, particularly following Israel's intense military strikes on Tehran, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has drastically altered his communication methods. Concerned about the vulnerability of digital networks to surveillance and cyber attacks, he has significantly limited the use of electronic channels. Instead, he now relies almost entirely on trusted human intermediaries to deliver orders and maintain strategic coordination with top military commanders. This shift underscores the extreme caution within Iran's leadership amid an increasingly volatile security environment. According to sources familiar with Iran's emergency protocols, Khamenei has gone a step further by preemptively arranging a line of succession. As of June 2025, he has identified and named 3 senior clerics who could potentially replace him should he be killed or incapacitated. This unprecedented move illustrates the severity of the current crisis and the supreme leader's urgent efforts to ensure continuity of command within the Islamic Republic. The cars behind the cleric. Despite his public emphasis on modesty, Ayatollah Khamenei has occasionally been photographed with luxury vehicles. He has been seen riding in a BMW 7 Series, a Mercedes-Benz SL, and a Porsche Cayenne. These sightings have raised questions about the disparity between his austere image and his private conveniences. Such contradictions are not uncommon among authoritarian leaders who must maintain a populist facade while enjoying the benefits of their absolute control. While Khamenei may not flaunt his possessions, the infrastructure around him, whether in terms of transport, housing, or staff, is vast and well-funded. An ascetic image with personal quirks. Iranian insiders and journalists often describe Khamenei as austere and disciplined. According to Mehdi Kalaji of the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, he enjoys a decent life without it being luxurious. His wife once revealed in a rare interview that they do not decorate their home in the traditional sense, having freed ourselves from these things.
Khamenei also spoke about Iran's retaliation against the United States. He also responded to U.S. Operation Midnight Hammer over Tehran, claiming that Iran dealt the U.S. a severe slap with the attack on its base.
The President of the United States exaggerated events in unusual ways, and it turned out that he needed this exaggeration.
Khamenei has long positioned himself as a man of letters and introspection. He enjoys poetry, particularly classical Persian works, and has a fondness for gardening. Pictures have emerged of the supreme leader tending to his plants with a humble plastic watering can. He once smoked a pipe, an eccentric habit among clerics, further illustrating the layered nature of his personality. Backbone of his power. Central to Khamenei's grip on Iran is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC), a powerful military, economic, and political entity that serves as both a protector and executor of the supreme leader's will. Under his leadership, the IRGC has expanded beyond its military role to dominate industries such as construction, energy, and telecommunications. The IRGC's elite Quds force manages Iran's foreign proxy operations, providing support to allied groups such as Hezbollah in Lebanon, Houthi rebels in Yemen, Iraqi Shia militias, and Hamas in Gaza. This sprawling network of regional proxies, referred to as the Axis of Resistance, has given Iran strategic depth and deterrence against adversaries. However, recent Israeli military operations have significantly eroded this network, posing challenges for Khamenei's long-term strategy, decision-maker beyond the presidency. While Iran's presidents often capture international headlines, true authority resides with Khamenei. From approving foreign policy initiatives to vetting candidates for public office, he retains final say over virtually every aspect of governance. Presidents like Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, Hassan Rouhani, and Ebrahim Raisi have operated within boundaries set by the supreme leader, whose decisions overrule any dissenting views. Khamenei's influence over the judiciary, military, and media ensures that any serious opposition is neutralized before gaining momentum. Elections are tightly managed, and candidates for major office must be vetted and approved by the Guardian Council, a body ultimately loyal to him. A literary leader. One of the lesser-known aspects of Khamenei's personality is his love for literature. He has publicly praised Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, calling it a book about divinity, kindness, compassion, and love. He has even encouraged young Iranians to read the novel, referring to it as a sociological masterpiece that teaches lessons about justice and humanity. This affinity for literature provides a rare glimpse into Khamenei's personal values and worldview. Despite his hardline policies and austere public demeanor, he appears to find solace and meaning in the written word, especially works that explore suffering, redemption, and moral duty. As of 2025, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei remains the most consequential figure in Iranian politics. His blend of religious authority, military command, and economic control has allowed him to weather domestic unrest, international sanctions, and now an intense military confrontation with Israel. Whether viewed as a tyrant or a stabilizing force, Khamenei's legacy will be defined not only by his policies, but also by the massive institutions and enduring myths that surround him. If you found this deep dive into his lifestyle and legacy eye-opening, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more revealing content, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on the world's most influential and mysterious figures.